Hello everybody, my name is Chloe and today I'm here with a brand new video. The time has come for my final critical read vlog for the Twilight Saga. The past few have been critical rereads because I've read the Twilight books. It has been a whopping 11 years since I read them. But today I'm here with the final one, and it is actually a book that I have not read. So today we are going to be critically reading Life and Death by Stephenie Meyer. This is just a dust jacket. Life and Death is Twilight, but everybody's gender has been flipped. So Edward is now Edith and Bella is now Beau. I went ahead and read the foreword that is written by Stephenie Meyer, and it kind of explains a couple of things going on in the book. All the switching is pretty straight across, except for Charlie and Renee, who have stayed the same. The author's explanation for that is because of the time period that this is supposed to encompass. Beau was born in 1987, and she said it was a rare thing for a father to get primary custody of a child in those days. So she went ahead and kept Charlie and Renee the same for accuracy. And then there are a few background characters that stayed the same, but I'm not really worried about that. I thought that this was just going to be straight across, like flip everything around and that was it. But there's actually changes in the writing as well, and she broke it down in here. 5% were made because Beau is now a male. Another 5% are changes because of how Beau's personality developed. She says 70% of the changes were because she was allowed to do new editing. She was allowed to do new editing 10 years later. 10% of the things changed were things she wished she'd done the first time around. And then 5% were mythology issues. And she says they are mostly related to visions. As I continued into the sequels to Twilight and even Midnight Sun, when I got to look inside Alice's head with Edward, the way Alice's visions worked was refined. It's more mystical in Twilight, and looking at it now, there are ways she should have been involved and wasn't. And then the last 5% are miscellaneous changes. I will say that this reread is happening a little earlier than I intended. It's probably a couple weeks since finishing Breaking Dawn, which again, I was not intending. But we're here, we're at this point, and we're just gonna let it happen. So let's go ahead and start the reading vlog. I decided that a change of scenery was needed in the vlogs just because I'm always vlogging in my office. And the light is going to bounce off my glasses and we're just going to accept it. I'm going to be really honest right now. I have read over half of the book at this point, and this vlog is going to be more of like a rant style review in multiple clips because I'm angry that this book exists. This book really does not need to exist. I am irritated with this book. I think there are some things that are stupid, and honestly, I don't know about anybody else, but for me, I am having a really hard time differentiating the personalities and the people in my brain because I'm so used to these personalities belonging to certain characters, and I just can't differentiate it. I don't know if you can see that, but I had to make a character list because of how many differences there are, which I knew going in, but I didn't think I would need a character list. I can't picture these characters. It's just all bad. I tried to break this up into chunks. I've got 2 chunks to talk about, so I guess let's go. So first chunk is the preface to chapter 6. What I just said is really tough for me to establish a voice with this narrator because I'm so used to Bella, her tone, her voice, her mannerisms, her looks. I'm so used to that. And honestly, I have been skimming some sections because this story is so fresh in my mind from doing these vlogs and this critical rereads that I really feel like I know the story. Minor characters that we only have for a scene or two have also been switched. Small detail, I will probably forget it. My first rant is about Beau's full name. Now, first of all, I was pronouncing it wrong. I was like, what the fuck kind of name is Beaufort? But it's Beaufort, but why? One thing I really have here is I expected this to read like a male version of Bella, but really I'm just confused and wondering why Stephenie Meyer needed to milk this so much. We literally have 3 versions of the same exact story between Twilight, Life and Death, and Midnight Sun, so I don't know why this version needs to exist. I literally wrote, this book really should not exist, and honestly, the whole book just feels like a parody. When I reached chapter 7, which is about 100 pages in, honestly, I probably could have DNF'd the book and been perfectly fine. I wouldn't have been mad. But the only reason that I kept on reading is because I really wanted to see how the, quote, love story differentiated from the original one. I would like to specifically talk about the scene in Port Angeles, the one where Bella is attacked, or almost attacked, I guess. I will give Stephenie Meyer this. She spun that scene to work for Bo and to make it make sense. She made it tie into something that happened earlier in the book when Bo originally got to Forks at the airport, and I give her credit for that. Like, kudos to her. I enjoyed that spin and that twist. She made it work. And then I'm interested to see how Bo and Edith interact, because now that Bo is being a gentleman towards Edith, it's different than how Edward was with Bella. I don't really know how to explain that, except just Bo is being a gentleman. So at this point in the book, I am on chapter 15 or 16, and I've decided that for the hell of it, I am going to finish this book. I'm at the point where Bo is about to meet the Cullens, the new Cullens. I'm interested to see how Carlisle and Esme are done in this book, because they are my two favorite characters. I do know we've met Carlisle. In this one, he is now Kareen, so I've never heard of that name before. And the one that really kills me is Esme's name in this is Ernest, and I don't like that. I don't get that. I have like 3 chapters left. I don't have much to say right now. I just feel like a pivotal plot point is about to change to make this a completely different book. So before I talk about my thoughts on Life and Death and the rest of my thoughts on that, we're going to quickly unbox my Sips By box. Mostly because I didn't really have another video that this could fit in. Sips By is a monthly tea subscription service where you will take a personalized tea quiz, and then each month they will send you 4 different kinds of tea based on your responses to that quiz. It is $15 a month, and you get free shipping to the United States. And this is what the inside of the box looks like. So these are my May teas, and you get a little card that has all of the teas on it that are inside, and the different directions and the caffeination levels. Here's the inside of my box. First thing we have is this one called Fake Coffee Herbaceous Coffee Alternative, and it comes in this really nice packaging. And it looks like it's somewhere in here, but I'm one-handed while doing this. And then this month they also sent me some reusable tea bags, because there must be something that's loose leaf in here. Then I have from Tea India Cardamom Chai, Caribbean Crush, fruity, tropical, and refreshing. This one sounds like something I would really enjoy. Sweet Tangerine Positive Energy. I'm going to leave the link to Sips By in the description below in case you guys want to go check it out and give them a try. I will say though that if you do get the subscription, you will get a ton of tea, like way more than you can drink unless you drink tea like every single day. I don't drink tea every day. So you'll have a ton of tea. Now let's chat about Life and Death. If I'm being honest, this critical reading vlog has become more of a review video and less of me talking about the different parts of the book like I normally do in these. I kind of gave up on taking notes, which I've never done while doing one of these videos. I've always taken notes, and I kind of just went off and kept reading. So from this point forward, there are spoilers for Life and Death, so if you don't want to be spoiled, don't watch the rest of this video. But this book has an alternate ending, which I was not expecting. Obviously, Stephenie Meyer could not say that in the foreword because it would spoil the rest of the book. But this has a completely different ending than the original story. Now, this book is still really weird, and still, for the most part, it feels like you're reading a parody. I still had a really, really hard time matching the correct personalities to the characters and visualizing these characters because I'm so used to the original story, and the original story is like ingrained in my brain. But the alternate ending was actually nice just because this, like, we're so used to the original story, and the same story has been done 3 times. So it was nice to have that alternate ending to make it somewhat different from the original. Is it good? No, probably not. because the ending felt rushed to me as well. So maybe if there was like an additional chapter, it probably would have helped like spread it out a little bit. So while the alternate ending was interesting and kind of nice, it did feel very rushed. I don't really know what to say about this book that I haven't said about all of the other books. So what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to link the playlist to all the other critical rereads and critical reading vlogs for this series. And honestly, it's kind of weird that this is the last one in this video series, because I've been doing this one for probably almost a year now, and it's weird. Especially because this video is coming probably a month sooner than I anticipated it coming. I think if you have a super Twilight fan, then yeah, they would probably enjoy this. But at the same time, if you have a super Twilight fan, would they have the same issues that I did, where it feels like a parody? I also really hope that Snark Squad covers this book, because I feel like you'd get a lot of funny stuff from Snark Squad reading this book. So that is it for this video and for this vlog series of critically reading the Twilight Saga by Stephenie Meyer. I hope you all enjoyed this series. I hope you guys got some new information maybe from this series. And that is all I have for you all today. So thank you so much for watching. I hope you all enjoyed it. As always, if you like what you see here, please go ahead and click subscribe. I post new videos every week, so click subscribe so you can be updated when I post those. Thank you all so much, and I'll see you in my next one. Bye!
In the darkness, I don't feel so cold.